Hey, I'm Stephen Wenner, and I'm coming to you with the September market numbers for what's been going on in the San Diego housing market. So you probably noticed that you're seeing for sale signs and properties are sitting. So what's been really interesting is there's been a lot of news and data out there that's slow to hit the market, right? So everything that happens in the real estate market is a lagging indicator. By the time the news gets to it, it's already 45 or 60 days old. So properties have been sitting, inventory's been accumulating, prices have been coming down, and with that 2-month lag, you know, there's a lot to be said about that because it can be very confusing, and then the market could turn as well. So as I'm shooting this video today is the 17th of September, and the Fed also just announced a 1/4 point drop, and last week we were anticipating that, and all of a sudden the market started to pick up. So I'm going to read you the market numbers, and I'm going to kind of tell you my story of what I think about just being boots on the ground so that you have a more, say, current indication of what's happening in the market. So new inventory is down 15.44%, so less people were putting their homes on the market. Pending inventory was down by 0.8, so less than 1%. So you're seeing properties come off the market because not that many are being listed. And for what was sitting there, you know, there wasn't much that was going on under contract. So median price point came down 24,000. So we're at $1,075,000 for a single family detached home. That's the median price point. Days on market, we're up 3 days to 39 days, so things sitting a little bit longer. And months of inventory down to 2.8. So we've come from over 3 months of inventory or an absorption rate to 2.8. But it's also because people haven't been putting their homes on the market simply because people have been noticing that, why am I going to sell right now when everything's sitting? So all of a sudden we get back into this law of economics where supply and demand, right? Total homes were down to 6.17%, so we dropped to 6,085 homes. And now what does all of that mean? So this is the first time in a long time where I actually have standing inventory. So last week I had 6 listings, 1 went under contract. I'm starting to get some showings on properties again, and I have 2 more listings coming up this week. And that one that went under contract, it had been a few weeks in between properties I list and them going under contract. So more showings are starting to happen right now. We'll see what happens after the news today, right? Since the Fed is announcing multiple rate drops by the end of the year, but to be determined, they're always cautious. So there's an interesting blip in the market at the moment for a buyer to take advantage of inventory in specific seller situations. You never know what you're going to get from an individual seller right now because some people are highly motivated to sell, so you can get a great deal. And then for the buyers that are still kind of, you know, way overpriced and not necessarily being realistic, your houses are going to sit. So for that buyer that's interested or was kind of on the fence, great time to jump off that fence and see if you can find something. But remember, inventory is down. So I'm starting to see less because there's a few different buyers that I'm working with from around $1 million to multi-million dollars. And in all price points, I'm not seeing that much. So the past 2 months have been very interesting. There are deals to be had, but you need a professional like myself to help you navigate this, I'll just call it like a minefield. So if you work with a professional to help you find what you're looking for or to help you achieve your sales goal, if you're looking to sell a property, you need guidance in a time like this, or you may miss the mark. So I'm hopeful this is helpful to you. If there's anything I can do to help you, whether it's buying or selling or just advice, never hesitate to reach out. I look forward to updating you in the month of October, Halloween time. We'll talk to you soon.